Hi there, hello there everyone. It's time for Hearts and Crafts with Anna. I'm Anna. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you visited before, it's good to see you again. On this channel, we share shopping hauls, create budget-friendly DIYs, and home decor. In today's video, I'm taking part in the Room by Room Country Cottage Fall DIY Challenge. It's hosted by Devin from Freckled Mom DIY, and her co-host is Leonette from DIY Beauty on Purpose. Their channels along with the playlist are linked in the description below. So come on, let's head on over to my craft room. Let me show you what I made using this as my inspiration for the Country Cottage Fall DIY Challenge. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow and for YouTube to notice me a little bit more. Don't forget to comment, share, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video and you don't miss out on any of the fun. So come on, let's head on over to my craft room, grab your coffee, your favorite beverage. Let's go see what I made using this. Vámonos. Come on, let's go. For my first DIY, I'm using this sunflower fabric I got at Hobby Lobby, some polyfill, and some black and white baker's twine. I started by cutting out an 8-inch round piece of fabric using one of my dinner plates as a template. Next, I threaded the needle using a trick my mom showed me a long time ago. You lay the thread flat on the palm of your hand and rub the eye of the needle over the thread until the thread feeds through the eye of the needle. Of course, I was doing it a bit slower than shown here. Next, I started sewing around the outer part of the circle, leaving about 1/8 of an inch edge. When I got all the way around, I started pulling and gathering the thread, forming what looked like a Little House on the Prairie sleeping cap. Once I had my pocket all formed, I stuffed it with the polyfill, pulled the thread tightly to close up the gap, made a few closing stitches, and tied off the thread with a double knot. Once I had the double knot in place, I used my giant scissors to cut the thread. Next, I took the baker's twine, threaded it through an embroidery needle, tied a knot at the end, and pulled it through the pumpkin, creating the grooves as you see here. I ended up making 6 grooves in the pumpkin. I tied off the twine and the top in a knot, took my giant scissors, and cut off the twine. I love these scissors. And here I am shaping the pumpkin. Cute. In my videos, you may have noticed that I like to use scrap pieces in my DIYs. For this DIY, I used a piece of scrap fabric to create the stem for the pumpkin. I rolled it up and secured it in place with some hot glue. Once I had it all rolled up, I took a piece of floral wire and stuck it down the center so that I can bend the stem into shape. Next, I took a piece of baker's twine and wrapped it around the stem to coordinate with the grooves on the pumpkin. It also gives the stem some added dimension and texture. Next, I hot glued the stem into place and added these beautiful gold leaves I had and some berries. Isn't that lovely? For DIY number 2, I'm using this free printable. I got Googling fall leaves, some of this sunflower fabric, an 8x10 canvas frame from the Dollar Tree, and some black and white baker's twine. I started by cutting the fabric 1 inch larger than the frame. Then I started to hot glue the fabric onto the canvas frame, making sure to pull the fabric tightly as I hot glued it around the frame. When I got to the corners, I folded them like if I was wrapping a gift and glued them into place. See that? Nice, huh? Next, I cut out the leaf pattern and traced the letters with the baker's twine, giving it a third dimension. Did I mention that I love my giant scissors? I really don't use them for anything except fabric and ribbon, and my other scissors are right there. But I really love these scissors. Don't you have a pair like that? I'm sure you do. Hello Autumn in 3D. Sorry folks, but it looks like I did not film when I applied the leaf to the frame. But all I did was brush some Elmer's glue on the back of the leaf and then applied it to the frame. Once the leaf was in place, I went around and framed it with some jute twine. Everybody knows that a jute twine DIY is not finished until we burn the fuzzies. Next, I took a piece of jute twine, wrapped it 3 times around the left side of the frame, tied it in a knot, and added some berries, and DIY number 2 is done. What do you think? And here they are, brightening up a corner on a side table in my bedroom. So pretty. For DIY number 3, I'm using this milk jug that belonged to my mother. Some of these florals from the Dollar Tree. This little pumpkin I picked up at the Dollar Tree. Some decorative fall cord. Some ribbon from the Dollar Tree. Some floral foam. And the sunflower fabric. I started by measuring the center of the milk jug and then cut the fabric to an 8-inch by 20-inch piece. Then I glued down the edges about 1/2 inch in, leaving a smooth finish all the way around. I started by applying a little bit of hot glue to the jug to attach the fabric. I don't want a permanent hold on this because I do change it out seasonally. Once I had the jug wrapped, I added the ribbon trim to the top and bottom edges of the fabric. Next, I double wrapped the fall cord around the center of the jug. I used a dab of hot glue to secure it in place and tied it in a knot. Next, I arranged the floral stems in the floral foam and placed them in the milk jug. Once I had all the florals in place, I stuck a skewer in the bottom of the pumpkin and added it to the arrangement. Country cottage fall. Do you agree? And here they are, all three of my DIYs. I first showed you this Hello Autumn sign along with the little pumpkin in a corner of my bedroom alongside my lighted pumpkin from a previous video. And now here they are in my kitchen at my coffee bar. Who do you think wore it best? I'd like to thank Devin from Freckled Mom DIY and her co-host Leah Knepp from DIY Beauty on Purpose for hosting this Country Cottage Fall Challenge. Don't forget to watch their channels along with the playlist. Thank you for watching and subscribing. I'll see you in my next video. Coffee bar's open. Bye!